Last November, I went to a diving meet in Canada, more specifically Montreal, Canada. So here we go. On November 28th, we woke up at 3:45 a.m. to get on our flight in the next town over that left at 6. We left maybe a shade too late, 4:15. You'd think we'd be fine, but no. Dad was going fast down the highway. I wasn't paying attention to how fast he was going, but I asked my mom while writing the script, and she said he was going pretty fast. We arrived at the airport 30 minutes before takeoff, and to all you international travelers out there, you'd know that that is not a good thing. We were racing down the halls and got to our terminal, and we made that flight fine. We had a layover flight that dropped us off in Detroit, Michigan. Again, we made that flight fine. Nothing really interesting happened, except for when I was taking this footage of us going off the runway, I realized something. Mom, I may or may not have forgotten the camera's charger at home.
You done messed up, Mom!
We're already out of town and out of state by this point, so it was too late to do anything about it. Well, ration your battery. Something I learned from this trip is that my camera has a very, very long lifespan. Because that camera survived for the whole trip. I am not even kidding. Look, here's proof. Footage of the last day. Woo! We arrived in Canada around, I think, 1:30ish. We got a rental car and drove to our hotel. Since practice started in under an hour, oh, did I forget to mention that I was going for an international diving meet? Well, that's why I was going. And the last meal that I had had was at 3:45 a.m. for breakfast. I was very hungry. I needed sustenance, darn it. So we looked on our phones to see where food was. We found a Subway a block or two away, so we went there for lunch. After that, we met up with one of my friends and we got into the rental car and off to practice we went. We left with 30 minutes before practice would start. And we all thought that that was a good amount of time because our hotel was 6 miles away from the pool. Now, I don't know how big of a problem this is in other parts of the world, but I come from a city where it takes 5 to 10 minutes to drive 6 miles. But this was a very different story. Apparently, in Montreal, Canada, it takes an hour and a half to drive 6 miles. Where I live, I can cross town in 30 minutes. But after that, the city was pretty beautiful. When we got to the pool, it was super cool. I did trip on the entry because they had a little bump by the door for some reason. I don't know why anyone would do that. The pool was incredible and huge. Oh my gosh, it was beautiful. I cannot express how much I loved this pool. Review mode Ryan is coming into effect here, so hold tight. I love this pool because the springboards were stable and easy to ride. The water was a nice temperature, not frigid, not hot tub status. That happened once at our home pool, but I'll talk about that some other time. The bottom of the pool was dark tile, which made it easy to spot when you're doing multiple flips in the air. The platforms were huge, and by huge, I mean, like, super wide. Look, here's a picture. The only thing I didn't like was the lights. The freaking lights. They were basically stage lights that blinded me in my dives. I remember doing my platform optionals, and I could barely spot where I was. They basically washed out my vision, and it was super hard to get used to. Anyway, the practice was fine. I enjoyed the pool. Afterwards, I went to help some of my teammates fill out their diving forms. Diving forms are basically what gets turned into the people running the meet, so they know what dives are going to be competing. While I was doing that, I heard a commotion on the other side of the pool from where I was. I saw my coach and his daughter, who dives with us, and there was a group of other coaches with concerned looks on their faces. Apparently, what had happened is that my friend and the coach's daughter went for lunch and got sandwiches at a deli. The coach's daughter then got food poisoning, and our theory is it was from eating American cheese in Canada. The problem with that is that my coach had already promised the parents that he would get me and my 2 diving friends back to the hotel because he's the only one, besides our family, who got a car. So the parents rode back to the hotel in our family's car, so we, the children, had to ride in the car with the coach's daughter, who was puking everywhere. I remember calling my mom and telling her about this. So me and my 2 friends squished together in the back, literally huddled together, while my coach had to drive on the interstate in bumper-to-bumper traffic, going 65 miles per hour, while holding his daughter so she wouldn't fall out the window of a moving car while she was sticking her head out the window, throwing up. I wonder what the people behind us thought. well, I'm gonna have to end it off here, guys. But thank you for watching. I am going to be making a part 2 to this, and my art requests are open. Just DM me on Instagram or leave a comment about it, and I'll see what I can do. But I will 100% be posting the picture on Instagram, so that's where it will be for requests. But part 2 is coming soon, and I'm going to be doing a vlog of Nationals once I get back from that, and that's at the end of this month. So, see you guys later. Bye!